Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? Today we're going to draw the star of the upcoming Pixar movie, Turning Red. I'm speaking of none other than Mei Lee as the Red Panda. If you haven't heard, apparently there's been a bit of a controversy about the art style used in the movie. Some people have accused Pixar of getting lazy with their work, pointing to the CalArts style bean-shaped mouths used throughout. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to draw. I just wanted to mention it in passing. So in today's drawing, we're going to get a feel for Mei's proportions. Then on Friday, we're going to use the drawing we do today as a jumping off point for a little exercise in getting the character moving. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, before we start, make sure you hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Okay, so let's draw Mei as the Red Panda in Turning Red. We're going to draw Mei step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw her again and again. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. In this drawing, Mei Lee is 3 heads tall. In other words, however tall her head is, her entire body is 3 of those. Okay, so let's start with that roadmap for Mei Lee as the panda in Turning Red. So there's our roadmap for Mei. Now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the third and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help me to know where to put Mei's eyes, nose, mouth, and some of the other things. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. Okay, so let's rough out Mei Lee's features. Okay, so there are the roughed out features of Mei Lee. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for the final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw in Mei Lee's final details. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work to figure that out. In this step, it's okay to draw darker, but don't press too hard or mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn. Always draw with an eye on tweaking and improving until the very end. So let's draw in the details for Mei Lee from Turning Red. Alrighty, there she is, Mei Lee as the awesome red panda from Pixar's Turning Red. So how do you think you did? Understand, if you've never drawn Mei Lee, or any red panda before for that matter, you cannot expect to have drawn her perfectly. You notice I don't spend time coloring Mei during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Mei Lee. And with that, you can draw her again and again, and by all means color her when you're done. I promise each time you draw her, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. Also, I just want to remind you that Friday, we're going to use the drawing we just did as our jumping off point for a little exercise in how to get a character moving. So make a note of that. In the meantime, I'd love to see your drawing of the panda version of Mei. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram, and don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.